Well, hello guys, welcome to The Corner, where we talk about anime, manga, and everything in between. And today we are talking about an anime special of 5 episodes, because I'm just starting up and thought I'd catch up. I'm shorting up this name because obviously it's way too long. Akashic Records. And it is an amazing anime so far, so let's get this review started, shall we? Anyways, you guys, this episode 1 through 5 was a great run. It was amazing to me, and I can't wait till the 6th episode because it left on a big clef note. A giant clef note that I really did enjoy, actually. And I'm like, no! No! Do again! Stay! No! And yeah, I was just like freaking out, man. It was great. And this we follow a teacher, well, a substitute teacher that comes in, and it turns out that he is somebody else, but it doesn't really matter. He's the substitute teacher, and he was forced into this, and for some odd reason the name escapes me right now, but you'll know who he is when you watch it. So and I was thinking in the first episode, not another lazy teacher thing where the teacher's all of a sudden lazy and then all of a sudden gets inspired and goes and starts teaching the class even better than most teachers would. Now that was my thought on the first episode, because that's pretty much what it was. A student banging on a lazy teacher trying to get him to actually teach for once. And that's one thing that really was irritating me in the first episode. It didn't catch my attention right away on that first episode just because of it, but I thought, hey, it'll be a great comedy type situation. No? Yeah, so I decided to continue on with it. Now, episode 2 blew episode 1 out of the water. Episode 2 puts it in a different perspective, and all of a sudden the rules change of this anime. Everything was different, and it's like they went from light to day, from this is going to be another one of those slummy teachers who don't want to teach and then also wants to teach things, to there's something actually going on here. There's something about this teacher that ends up happening. Well, it doesn't really happen right away, but the first 2 episodes really do bring this all together, and it becomes a big deal. Like, you're starting to get excited and stuff because of this action that's still between a student and a teacher. And turns out that he doesn't know how to do certain spells, so it kind of keeps him off the flow with the first episode to a point, but does do a lot more excitement to this, like, oh, it's something different, something even better than what it was before. Magical spells, this and that, these students now not respect him for some reason too. A different aspect towards the end. Going into at the end of episode 2 to the beginning of episode 3, all of a sudden he's teaching a bit better, but not because he lost a duel, because of this girl who was there. Like this girl was there, said you need to apologize, stuff like that, and he apologizes to her for what he said and tells the students that they're stupid, pretty much, because they are trying to learn from a textbook over learning these things from experience. And he's pretty much stating that what are you going to learn in these textbooks that you can't learn for yourself, and he shows exactly how adept he is with magic and exactly what level he's on. Now, this goes into a big situation where he has to defend the school, and because of the fact that the girl that helped him out was the same girl that these evil mages are after in the end. And it becomes this giant deal. And he goes through, shows out how BA he is. He is a certified, he just, holy crap. He's just good at what he does when he was at it, and he stopped doing it because it wasn't fulfilling. It was something that he didn't like anymore. He didn't like doing what he's doing, and it explains his viewpoints on magic in general, especially when it comes down to battle magic and stuff like that. It explains it all, and the 2 students that he knows the best are literally understanding this now, because one's obviously a female person that almost gets raped in this scene. So just so you guys know, it does get a little ecchi, and it does have a lot of realism effects to it, but the teacher comes in time and nothing shows from that point. But that's not the thing here that's very important. The student that once hated him now respects him, now understands exactly who this guy is and how adept he is at what he does, and all of a sudden she's like, oh, he's not this stupid guy I once thought he was. He actually knows what he's doing. And it goes into this big thing where his teaching actually taught her how to use more adept magic at that point. Magic that she could push these skeleton golems down and hold them there, while he does a high adept ability that destroys skeletons. And finally they get to the end where they finally save the girl that he needs to save, trying almost taking out his own life, and we find something out special about this girl. And it was an amazing episode at that point too, and it continues to strive for that as well. Now guys, we hit episode 4 and 5. This is a festival episode. These 2 episodes were amazing type situation. The class needs to learn. They're doing a little comedy here where he's like, yeah, everybody's going to be here, but he's going to get a big bonus if they win, so that's why he's doing it in the end. But the head student all of a sudden states, hey, he's saying he wants everybody to work together. This is what's going on, because he didn't have the idea that just use the top students for this activity. And surprisingly, it starts to work out by total mistake, but he did choose the teams perfectly though, as it starts pushing up and pushing up through this festival, even through practice when he made his 3-month salary wage bet with another teacher when he didn't have any money and he was starving and he's just getting greedy at this point. But his actual plan does start to work out, and through the festival you start seeing exactly his teachings flowing through these students and showing that they are number one. These bottom class students are now coming to number one because these students were behind in the first place. They're moving and they have surprising things. They even called dark horse in the competition because they were behind in classes. And we find out that's for a certain reason, but you guys can find that out for yourselves just by watching. I'm not going to reveal every detail to this. And by the end, we hit a point where the same girl's in trouble again, this time by the Imperial Guard. And I feel it's for a certain reason. And this is where it kind of ends off, where the teacher is saving the girl again. They are out, and the team that he was once a part of in the military regime ends up attacking him to get to the princess. I revealed too much now. Anyways, getting to this girl that they're trying to get to, and now he has to find a way to get to the queen to talk to her, because it's more than likely that she doesn't understand what's going on. She doesn't know that's what was going on in the first place. And I see this happening over and over as their team is still fighting. The queen's up on the court after visiting this girl, and so on and so forth. So it left on a very high note, and I can't wait to see it. See the next one. I'm extremely hyped for the next episode, actually, and I can't wait to see it. And yes, this is going to be a new episode-by-episode review by me. At first, yes, I thought, no way, this isn't going to be that good, but you know what, I'm going to watch it, maybe make it into something that I'm just going to be like, hey, yeah, let's do this, and just talk to you guys through it and why I didn't like it and stuff like that. But it surprised me to hell to see what they did and how they did it in the end. And like you guys can see, I am hyped. I am adamant to see that next episode, and I can't wait for that next episode to come out, because it was just great. It was just amazing. I can't even explain it the best I want to, but they went from this very low point, pretty much, to a very adrenaline-inducing 5th episode, and it keeps pushing it harder and harder, as in the beginning they did full-length episodes where there wasn't really a beginning and there wasn't really an end. It just continued through till the end of the first episode, continued through till the end of the second episode. So they had a lot more time in the first, second episode to build up for the 3rd and 4th episode into the 5th episode itself. For when all this is happening, this is when they start to change the intro, when they actually give it a good an intro of intros and then an outro of outros, and they have some little funny bits at the end as well to relieve the pressure of the episode in the end, because there is a lot of pressure throughout the episode in general, and it is a very exciting pressure too, because it's building up, and it's building up, and I can see this becoming an amazing anime in the end, and I can't wait. Like, I know I'm going around in circles, but I just can't wait for that 6th episode to come out. I can't wait to see it, and I wish I had a time machine to move forward, but then I missed My Hero Academia on tomorrow. These things, man. These things are just too much for me, man. So much hype. So much hype in 1 week, okay? So much. But anyways, guys, I'll leave the name in the description below because it is a very long name, but it's worth it. And I've noticed the longer named ones usually have some great storyline basis and usually become a great anime in the end. So I can't wait for you guys to see this as well. In the description below will be the name of the anime, and in my description box for this episode is probably just going to say the records one, the shortened term that I'm going to be using now. So expect me to use the shortened term I'm going to use for it. The full name of the episode will be down in my descriptions, so you guys can find it without a problem. Anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this just as much as I did, and yes, you will have to get past the first episode before it starts getting really intense. So bear with it for the first episode. It's literally just a good introduction to the characters type of situation, exactly who they are, what's going on, and where it's going to end up going. But, you guys, until the next time, I hope you guys have a great day, and a fun one as well.